to a lot of different kind of content and can be used for various different ways. So we're going to go step by step with all of them. There's the voice mode, which talks and listens to you like an actual human being. Then there's the image mode, where you can upload and discuss pictures. And there's the file mode, where you upload PDFs and documents. So let's start with the voice mode. So let's do a demo. It'll be easier for you all to understand. Can someone volunteer to come for this demo?
Straight.
So I'm opening the ChatGPT app on my phone. So unfortunately, this feature is not available on the net, on the web page as of now. So I'm using it on my phone. So if you all open ChatGPT on your phone, there is a microphone over here, right? A microphone icon that basically transcribes your speech to text. That's not what we're looking for here. There is something right next to that. It's like this wavelength sort of a feature, like a button. So you press that and so you get, it's basically like Siri but with a lot of more information. So Stuti, I would like to ask you if there's any topic related to education that you would like to understand, any concept. It can be as simple as seasons in India or something like that, anything you want to understand. So Stuti wants to understand different types of flowers. So would you like to have a conversation with Chat? Tell me more about the different types of flowers.
Oh, that's a lovely topic. We can definitely dive into the different types of flowers, their classifications, and for sure we could explore everything from common garden flowers like roses and tulips to exotic ones like orchids and lotuses.
So that's how ChatGPT handles it. That's how ChatGPT can explain any topic to you very simply. So now this was a very general response that we got from it. Now suppose you wanted to learn the types of flowers from from perspective of a second grader. So you talk to ChatGPT like that, and then it explains to you in much simpler words. So of course your prompts have to be a little correct, as we've all been trying to achieve. So that is one aspect, and this is very useful for the students who maybe have struggled with reading. They are struggling with reading, so listening is a very good way of learning for them. Also for us, sometimes reading can get very tedious to understand the concept, and we know that audio is a good way to register information, so we can listen to the concept, listen to the topics, and basically learn them. Expanding on this, suppose a concept we don't really understand in English language, and maybe we understand better in our the language that we are fluent in. Suppose Hindi or Marathi. Mihir, would you like to volunteer for this? Thank you. So now we know this, we understood the types of flowers. Now if Mihir wants to better understand the types of flowers in Marathi, would you like to talk to ChatGPT in Marathi?
Can you tell me in Marathi what the different types of flowers are?
Yes.
ठीक आहे काकी, मग आपण फुलांच्या विविध प्रकारांबद्दल मराठीत बोलूया. Sure, please give me the information.
So again, the prompt is the thing. I want you to explain the types of flowers to me in Marathi.
बरोबर, मला फुलांचे प्रकार मराठीत समजावून सांगायला आवडेल. चला आपण त्यांची चर्चा करूया.
So basically this is, sorry, it's taking a while to load, but this is finally one aspect of ChatGPT where you can access multiple languages in, so explanations in multiple languages, which is easier for you to understand, which I think is pretty cool. So you get everything in one place, which is ChatGPT. Also, in this feature, I used it in a way that I was a little nervous for the presentation today because it's our first presentation. So I tried to have a conversation with ChatGPT on this and see how you guys would react to my presentation. So it's a very good tool for you all to practice maybe interviews, sensitive classroom situations, and counseling with students one-on-one. Suppose as teachers, at times we will not know how to handle a student who is a little bit of a rebel, who has not done his homework, and we don't know what to say next. So we can practice such kind of situations with ChatGPT and work on our communication skills. So anyone would like to share what would you want to use this voice chat feature, voice mode feature for? Anything that comes to your mind? Yes.
How can we convince our parents for a trip?
Okay, that's a good thing. So you can be the child and the ChatGPT can be the parent and you can have a discussion. Okay. Now we move on to the image node. We all know that we can upload images on ChatGPT and it sort of gives us a explanation for that. But how we can use it as teachers to better our understanding? Okay. So I'm going to give you a small demo. Suppose as teachers, it's important for us to structure our classrooms for different activities, especially I think on the junior level, because you can't just sit and lecture them. That's not how they function. So suppose if we have a workshop or something like a self-defense workshop or something like that, and a classroom is set in a certain way. So how do you structure the classroom in a way that all students can see you or are participating? So I might have a few things in mind, but I don't know what's the best approach. So I'm going to give you a small demo. So I have already downloaded a picture of a classroom. Just pictures, I'm just picking anyone. And I'm gonna type that this is the classroom I teach in. I'll put the class strength because as we all know, the prompts have to be a little descriptive so we get what we want in the first row. Sorry, please be a little patient with me. I think it should work. Okay, so it also gives you a description, and also a top view of it. But if that becomes a little difficult to understand, we can just ask it to give us a visual flow plan. Sorry, I think I have to log into this to get. It's not a paid thing; it's free, but I think you have to log in to to generate a picture or something. But do you guys want to try it on your phones? Maybe. So We'll just send the picture on the student room and you can see and generate that picture. Again with the same prompt that I've put, but and ask it to generate a layout picture. I've sent 2 pictures, people can try different ones. Has anyone been able to do it so far? Processing. So this is just one of the few things that you can use the feature as teachers, because most of the times we don't really think of such aspects to use the upload picture feature. So meanwhile, would anyone like to share what else can you use as a teacher specifically? What else could you use this upload picture mode for?
Picture case study.
Sorry?
For picture case study.
For picture case study.
For example, if for history, we have a question for picture case study. And sometimes the question, sometimes the picture doesn't have any kind of say information regarding past, when it happened, since it happened. ChatGPT is very useful.
Absolutely. Yes. Sorry? Translation of the picture, basically the description of the picture. Yeah. Language translation. Okay, so you can upload the picture of a particular language and have it translated. That's a very good use. Have you been successful in producing any images, layout images? Okay, I'll try this with you all later. I'm going to move forward. Then we have the file mode, which I think most of us know, where you can upload a document or a PDF and ask it to summarize. You got it? You got, okay. So Shifa has got a layout of the class. Thank you, Shifa. So it gives you a proper layout like this of how you can arrange your class for the optimal use of space for your required workshop or class. Okay, moving forward to the file mode, like I said, most of us know how to use it. But as teachers, how do you think that you can use it? Like, I think that you can, sometimes as teachers, it will be difficult for us to go through multiple assignments which are very lengthy. So, and of course, we are going to be making key points of what we're looking for in the student's answer, right? So, we can probably upload the document and find if the answers containing key documents and mark on that basis. This is just one of the examples that I could think of. And of course, as student teachers, we're going to be having multiple, theory papers and all of that. And with the rigorous schedule that we have, it gets difficult to revise last minute. So uploading the document, getting revision question, quizzes to basically test ourselves on how our knowledge of the topic is. So that is also one way that we can use this file mode feature. Okay. Any questions or any doubts so far? I'm going to move forward. So another feature of ChatGPT is projects. So I don't think people really know how to use these projects, because when you open ChatGPT, we just start typing and we just get our information and that's that, right? But when you think of a long-term project, like say the research paper that we got for Science Center, or any research papers that we will get in the future, you can start a particular project and name it under that. So suppose I started with the research paper when Balani sir asked us about the conceptual framework of what we had done at NSC for 3 days. So suppose I created a project and I explained what my research is about, and I generated a conceptual framework. After that, that particular project is going to remember all my data remembered to that research. I'm not going to have to explain it again and again. Usually we struggle with giving the prompts again and again, because ChatGPT tends to forget what kind of style, the theme, the saved information that it had, but it does not remember all of that. So projects basically allows you to save your progress, and it's like a long-term memory file. It becomes a project partner. So you can keep working on the same, you can go back to it. So research goes on for long, as we all know, right? So you can go back to it, your data is saved. So yeah, that's, I think, a very useful feature for us. So, like, I gave an example of a research paper, okay? Do you all think that a project can be used for anything particularly that can be useful for us as teachers or as future teachers? Okay, so we can, everyone has a particular style, right? So when we start making our lesson plans, we are going to want to incorporate our personality in it somewhat. So if you create a project that's called lesson plans, and once you tell ChatGPT this is who you are and this is how you would like to make your lesson plans, that's how it's going to generate every lesson plan. That's the beauty of the project. It remembers your themes, it remembers your previously saved data. Internship reflections, you can use it for various purposes. Any questions so far? It can be a little confusing to know the difference between the projects and general ChatGPT, but basically ChatGPT is more general and projects basically focuses on the topic that you are giving it and remembers it for a long time. Okay, I think this one is a little advanced, but I think it's a very cool feature which I also didn't know, and I explored while I was preparing my presentation. So there's something called your custom ChatGPT, where you basically create your own version of ChatGPT. It's a paid feature, but there are other custom ChatGPTs made by other people that you can access. So what this does is, it's in simple words, it's like your personal assistant who knows exactly what you want without having to ask for it again and again. So it serves a particular purpose. You can assign a personality to this. So suppose if you're working in the counseling bit of education, okay, and you create a custom chat GPT and call it like a counselor GPT. You assign an empathetic personality to it. So every time you are talking to chat GPT, it's going to be responding to you with that empathetic tone, with that sensitive tone. And it stays consistent throughout. The personality of the GPT stays consistent. Let me, can you open a chat GPT on your phone? And I think one feature of this particular thing is that it relieves you of giving very descriptive prompts that we all struggle with, because here the GPT knows exactly what you're looking for. So since it's a paid thing, you can go in your the left bit, the menu section, and see there are GPTs. Can you all see the GPTs thing? Just click on it, and you will get multiple different sections. So if you go on education, There are so many. There are presentations that is basically just related to you making your presentations. Then learning English, which is basically related to just English. And there are many such things, but this is just an example of what you all can use it for. So these GPTs are like your personal assistants who know what you want all the time. So for example, when you become teachers, keeping track of attendance and also maybe taking attendance in your own ways, right? So you can ask GPT, you can tell the GPT once that attendance GPT, I am this teacher and I want to, this is how I record my attendance. And every week is going to generate the attendance for you in the same way. And it's going to give you, it is going to give you prompts, it's going to give you reminders, oh you've not done this, you've not done that, the reminders, the absentees, the children who are present, maybe the overall attendance of the month. It just does everything for you. That's it's a little advanced and it's again difficult to understand the slight difference that it has from the general GPT, but this is more detailed and it caters to your absolute needs. So, and I think the most fun part about this is that you can assign a personality to the bot. So it's like you created your own AI app, which is very cool. Moving forward. So, in the end, the practical uses that ChatGPT can be used for as teachers is lesson plans, report card comments, circulars, and parent letters, reflection logs, counseling role plays, quiz and worksheet generation. What else do you all think you can use these features for?
Current affairs.
Current affairs, okay. Anyone else? General knowledge, yes. So I had actually decided, which I'm going to do, I've not done it yet. I want to create my own chatbot, like I said, the custom chatbot, where I feel like I'm not very aware of very general things in my life. I'm sharing this thing, like I don't know how the share market functions, I don't know what stocks are, like some basic things that I think you should be knowing about life investments and everything. So I thought every day I want to learn something new that's going to help me become a better version of myself, get some knowledge. So I think I'm going to make a custom board, especially for myself, for my daily knowledge. So that is something you all can do. So that's going to cater, like, especially to my needs of getting some new knowledge every day. So something like that you all can use ChatGPT for. Okay. This is the part which most people skip or don't understand, which are the limitations of ChatGPT. We have to understand we get blinded sometimes, but we cannot blindly rely on ChatGPT, because when we are in a regular working mode, we don't realize that we are completely just giving all the ropes to ChatGPT. We cannot be doing that. We still have to remember that it is a guide for us as student teachers. It's not a replacement for us. So that is one thing. And of course, since it is still a machine, you have to remember that you cannot share your important personal data because it can be misused, obviously. So basically, to conclude, yes, all of us have used ChatGPT and we know how it functions, but most of us don't know how to use it very smartly. Just like how I started in the beginning, that we use it for very general things, but understanding the different modes, the custom GPT, the projects feature is really going to enhance our understanding and use of ChatGPT. And we should become smart teachers and know the difference between using a general thing and using it in a specialized way that can really help us. So yeah, that's it. Thank you. And one last thing, I'm sure most of you all must be knowing these features, but any particular feature that you all found, that you all learned today that could really help you all? The voice
you know, this session must have helped all of us, right? Because we all use ChatGPT, even I was not aware that voice code feature. I've never used it. Always we type it, we want to know something, and then we get the answer. So this is the way you must learn the features of ChatGPT, and she has very well explained the features of voice mode and the image mode and the custom and the project. I have also not used project. I have never used project because see how we learn through trial and error. Whatever we know, we just learn it, and nobody is telling us systematically what exactly it means. So I think this is a very good initiative we have started, that knowing the AI tools, and everybody will learn, like she has explored about ChatGPT. Who's the next student? Right. So what is your AI tool? Grammarly. So that is, earlier also it was there, Grammarly. Maybe we are exploring more. What is the AI feature in that Grammarly? So very well done your presentation, and it was so informative. I have learned so many things, and I am going to try each and everything. So please give her a big round of applause. And also, she has not read it. She has explained each and everything. She has only pointers on her PPT. Her PPT is so well made. There is no text, nothing, only pointers are there, and she has explained each one. So this is the way you must present. Definitely she has taken the help of ChatGPT and other sources, but ultimately she has understood, she has grasped it, and then she has presented. So it was really very nice, and I would like to sit for the whole day, but the thing is that there are other classes, we have to go for lectures. So thank you so much for empowering me with the new knowledge of ChatGPT. And what I suggest that the PPT can go to the official group of the students, so that other teachers also can see and write down your presentation time from this time to this time under the supervision of Dr. Manisha. When the next teacher comes, again you write the time, the name of the student, so it becomes a record that you have done it, and everybody knows. Balani sir may not be here today, but you can see what is happening in the class. Okay? And recording later on, once we have all the recordings, we will decide we can put them on YouTube for everyone's information. Any questions? Do you have any questions? Anybody has any question? Okay. So thank you so much once again, and I invite second presenter, and I'll be sending other teacher. Okay. Thank you. I take that. And you please give me that. You just send it to me. I will go.
Okay, so everyone?
Yes, Tanisha.
So, do I wait for the next teacher to come, or do I just wait?
We are live already. Live कैसे पहुँचते हैं? End होता है. हाँ?